What's your story? I love hearing personal stories. I must confess that I was hiding mine for 15 years. I felt like my story was a deep, dark secret. Now, we all have our stories, from everyday events to the life altering experiences that shape our lives. My name is Katja Rusanen, and I had one of those experiences when I was just 16 years old, living in a small village in Finland. I felt butterflies in my belly when I fell in love for the first time. But my love story did not end with the happily ever after. It ended when I heard the news that my boyfriend had died by suicide. It felt like my world stopped. My heart was crushed into thousands of pieces. The pain that I felt was overwhelming, and the question why was like an open wound that would not stop bleeding. I was going through every detail and every word I could remember over and over and over again. I was looking for signs that I had ignored or explanations to help me to understand. I felt like I should have saved him. I should have known. It was all my fault. One early morning, I sneaked out from home and walked to a riverbank. I wanted the river to wash away my pain. I simply could not go on as my loved one was gone. The future had lost all its meaning. The cold welcomed me as I took my first steps. As the water embraced my knees, I just wanted my suffering to end. But then in my mind, there was a flash of light, and I knew I had to turn back. The love of my family was pulling me. That choice started my healing journey through the grief, trauma, and darkness. Luckily, I discovered spiritual teachings that helped me on the way. They brought me answers that I could not otherwise find, and I gained an understanding of my life from soul's perspective instead of only seeing the emotional pain. In 2007, I met someone who asked me, "Why don't you write?" And that question stirred something inside of me. I felt like, how did he know that I have a story to tell? That night, I started writing my first novel, even though it felt like opening Pandora's box. Through the healing power of writing, I started to see the lessons I have learned throughout my journey. The shift occurred when I truly got the message that life didn't happen to me, it happened for me. I felt called to start sharing my life experiences so that I could help others. Once I had the courage to share my story, I felt free. I noticed also that I started connecting with people on a new level because I wasn't hiding anymore. And although I didn't realize it at the time, I have been told that my story has helped others to have the courage to open up too. Authentic self expression is so important. I learned that when we share our unique life experiences and the lessons we learned, we are serving others. This realization became my life's purpose. And guess what? Since opening the floodgate, I have published 3 novels, contributed to 3 best-selling books, written several articles, and appeared as a guest in various podcasts and online summits. And English isn't even my native language, as you can tell from my accent. I have served hundreds of purpose-driven coaches, experts, and entrepreneurs. My stories have inspired my clients to open up and share their stories. And I want this for you too. I believe that your story can be the very thing that helps someone to transform their life. When crafted correctly, stories have incredible power. The life experiences that you went through to get where you are now have molded you into the person you are today. The very life events that touch you most deeply can also touch someone else's heart. They can provide hope. They can inspire people to take action and start their own positive transformation. After all, when you hear someone sharing their story from their heart, you feel connected and want their help, right? Your story really matters. It can create a positive and meaningful impact in the world. There are people out there who want and need to hear it. And that's why I'd love to work with you so you can experience the power of your story and see how it attracts your ideal clients and transforms lives. Let's get started. It's time to share your story.